going on, world? It's your boy Gemini Brown here, back with another episode of Nado Kicking Knowledge. Today is July 19th, 2015. The moon's in Virgo. The sun is heading towards Leo. Times is good. Today we're going to be covering the sun in Gemini. And what is the soul's purpose when it incarnates here in the sign of Gemini? And pardon me if I'm excited, but you know, these are my people. This is my home tribe. So, there's a terrible misconception with a lot of Geminis. And the biggest thing is that we're bipolar and we're two-faced. Whatever. Anywho, in actuality, what the sign of Gemini means is, or what it is it's the merging of the male energy and the feminine energy. Alright? If you look at our symbol, it represents that well. Alright? So, in layman's terms, we have the gift of understanding. We can look at both sides of a situation and understand it. And really give an honest opinion about who is right and who's wrong, whatever. So give the understanding. Alright? Now, within every soul, there's something that needs to be done. Okay? And there is a connection. Remember, we're working with duality here, right? So we operate on, obviously, you know, we operate on the different levels of intelligence within each planet. But within ourselves, within the soul and the personality, a connection has to be formed. Like, at some point in life, your personality has to be aware of the higher self, and the soul needs to be able to penetrate ideas and things of that nature onto the personality. All right, that's why as you get older, your true self and personality comes out. Now, Geminis, I believe, are set up to achieve that quicker or easier. Okay? Because we're always listening to the voice. We've been listening to the voice. And we call that voice our twin. Okay? And like I said, everybody has this voice. It's just a matter of we feel so comfortable with it because we understand our nature. Alright? So we're very much about confronting the duality. And every sign really will understand the concept of duality, but just because we're operating on the thought level, we really see the contradiction in our thinking, and we get introduced to the duality through that way. Now, so keep in mind, the first thing you're here to do is to gain control over your mind. Alright? That's the first thing you're here to do. Secondly, Gemini is here to be a representative of spiritual information. We really are the teachers of the zodiac. We're not the only teachers, but us along with our opposite, Sagittarius, we teach men. We teach men. We just teach men in a different way. Alright? Aquarius teaches men, but they teach men through innovation and technology. Sagittarius teaches men through, about God and religion. Not necessarily, and also higher learning and things of that nature, philosophy. Gemini is more so about any and everything. Just knowledge. Knowledge through a variety of experiences. That's really our mission in essence. And when a Gemini is at his full, working to his fullest potential, his career or passion or hobby represents that. Okay? Let's take myself for an example here. I do this. Somebody asked me a question the other day. Are you doing this for fame, or I guess for spiritual purposes to connect with my higher self or whatever, my spirit guides? And of course, the answer was the second half of the question, because this is not something like I have a job, and I have career goals, and as you know, Gemini is a jack of all trades. This right here is just something that within myself, I know I agreed to do this before I came here. That's why I say you have to listen to the inner self and know who you are. Don't be afraid to march to the beat of your own drum. Alright? So, yeah, we're really born teachers, and we're teaching or communicating knowledge, alright, with a purpose at our highest potential. And if you look at it, if I go on with a list of Geminis, you'll see that they all do that. Now, the key thing Geminis need to remember is that we're ruled by Mercury, alright? And there's an astrological interpretation of Mercury, alright? And it's pretty cool. But I suggest really learning about who Mercury is. And Mercury, I'll just say, Mercury is a magician. He is a magician. Alright? And not only is he a magician and a messenger, but he's like eternal youth. Okay? Mercury is just, he's not a hermit. I say the best way, he's a magician. So if you're Gemini and you're Virgo, look, or you have a lot of that energy in your chart, look at the power of Mercury. Mercury is much more powerful than you believe. Alright? And being here really allows us to manifest what's above and what's below through the knowledge. Alright, so Geminis, we have a problem though. And our problem is that we don't follow through. There's a saying, and I love it. I think about it all the time. Jack of all trades, master of none. Nah. It's not good, fellas. Ladies, it's not good. We have to follow things through to the end. Our nature is set up so that we obsess over things for the time being. Like, we're so into it while it gives us pleasure and keeps us interested. But once that next thing comes along, we're off to the races. There comes a point in time where you have to realize the pattern with yourself, and you have to put it to an end. Because by being the master of none means you're not fulfilled. Because when you're a master, that means you've reached the highest level. Okay? And then masters have students. You get it? So that's the problem. If Geminis are natural teachers, right? That means they're supposed to get to master status. And if they don't get to master status, they can't teach. They're forever students. Alright? Or striving to be a master. But you'll never get to master level if you keep jumping from interest to interest. Right. So, within assessing your chart at this level, and I'm going to start doing this. I don't think I did this for the first two, Aries or Taurus. I give you a secondary planet to look at, other than the planet that rules the sign. So when I say secondary planet, to judge how well the signs in Gemini are operating, we look at the depositor, which is Mercury, right? Now, after Mercury, I want you to look at a secondary planet, okay, that works in conjunction with the sign. It's like a secondary ruler. And we could even call it an esoteric ruler, all right? And for Gemini, it's Venus. It's Venus. Look at Venus. Venus is key because within all of us we carry this creative essence, all right? And when Gemini gets to a certain level, his Venus starts to really work through us, all right? That's why you see so many of us in creative fields of art and media and things like that. So look at Venus. Look to see what Venus is doing in your chart as well, along with the ascendant, the sun, and of course Mercury. Alright? So that's recapping here. Geminis need to control the mind. Right? Geminis need to be a source of knowledge. A source of knowledge. Okay? We love to talk. So we're supposed to, through our communication, we're supposed to project knowledge out onto others. Alright? Which in essence is light. Alright? Bring them, enlightening people. Right? Now, by doing this, I know we all have a problem with feeling restless. Right? Now, you need to know this. When you feel restless, that means you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. There's energy within yourself that needs to be asserted, and you're not asserting it. That's why you feel restless. So, whenever you do feel this way, do something. Read a book. Make some music. You know, do whatever is your thing. But cultivate the energy, because that's your body talking, or your soul talking to you, saying, man, I'm giving you an itch, or it's like a creative itch. Go do something with it. And on the downside, by not doing it, you feel restless, which makes you feel crazy. So we're very much supposed to be constantly assertive and moving, just like Mercury. He's a messenger. He's a magician. Alright? There's another thing I wanted to touch on with this sign. And you know, with certain of us, we'll meet our shadow selves through other people. Alright? And I could say I definitely met or understood my shadow self through interacting with other Geminis. Alright? Just because it's my sign and I have complete, real understanding of it, I could go for days. But, you know, guys, we can really either carry ourselves this high or carry ourselves this low. With Geminis, it's really an extreme here, man. Because one thing that I've noticed with a lot of us, and it's because we're set up mentally, we're really easily addicted to things. And I think that's something that, you know, it's certain signs that will go through that. And for one, Taurus has that, right? But it's in a different manner. Okay, so theirs is more so like security based addictions and like routines, things that they just want. Like we don't value, like not value, we don't like routine, right? So we don't like doing the same thing constantly. So you would think we really wouldn't be like have such addictive personalities. But what I've realized is a mental addiction or psychological addiction is really intense. You know what I mean? And we may not physically feel like we need it, but mentally, that's where the attachment comes into. And, you know, from just what I've seen, man, with Geminis, we love pleasure and we get addicted to those pleasure-seeking things. So I think that's but that the thing is that ultimately that's going against our nature. The key thing to understand is that it's the merging, right, of male and female, right? So we're supposed to really, more than most, live a real balanced lifestyle. Okay, we operate at our best when we're consciously manifesting things, okay, and working with the subconscious activity in a balanced manner. That gives way to real expansion, okay? Like, take it from me. I'm only 24 years old, but there's certain things you have to notice within yourself and others and say, okay, that's not for me. All right? And don't be afraid to really leave certain things alone, because life is about balance. I'm telling you, the saying is, too much of anything isn't good for you, even water. So, you know, I think gems need to get that under control. I've seen it a lot. We're more than anybody, man, we're supposed to be seeking knowledge, all right? And whatever you put into your mind, man, has a great effect upon it. So, say be mindful of that, all right? I'm letting you know. At our highest potential, we are sources of knowledge for the world. Teachers. Alright? So I don't even know how much time I have left, but I'm going to try to get to this Tupac horoscope. Alright? I figured I had to do Tupac. He's a King Gemini, personally. Yo, let me just check the time. See how much time I got. Oh, man. I got like 2 minutes left, honestly. It's over that. But I'm gonna do this Tupac horoscope another time. Until next time, peace.